Hello there you guys, welcome to another of my live videos, and today I'm just going to be officially updating you on some more current MLS news. Now, this is a question I am going to ask you. Who do you think Manchester United's next left back could be? Because Jose Mourinho has been in the hunt for a few left backs, because we're not at that left back position. We know Luke Shaw hasn't, he's only played 45 minutes since he's come back. He's still undergoing his rehabilitation. We know Young's been our best player, at that left back when he's been playing now. We know we've still got Rojo out, but he could be expected to be coming back in a couple of weeks, I think. We've been Blind, that's been playing now. I thought played well against Benfica yesterday. But yeah, I still think left back is a current concern. But there has been a few left backs that Jose Mourinho has looked into. So could Manchester United be left back by? I'm going to explain a couple of players that Mourinho's been interested in getting in at Manchester United in that left back position. He's currently said, as Jose Mourinho, well, Man United, apparently Man United have scouted Aaron Martin from Espanyol. He is a youngster. He's an Espanyol player. I think he's been there now over a decade as a player. Apparently, Man United and City are interested in him. He's a youngster. Man United have been scouting him. He's just recently signed a deal back in January till 2022. I think he's only been in the first team for like 1 year, something, because he made his first team senior debut in October 2016. I think he's got a buyout clause of about £36 million, as well as this Aaron Martin. But he's also played in the reserves, as we all know, for the Espanyol as well, and he scored 1 goal. He hasn't yet scored a goal or an assist in the first team senior team as Aaron Martin. But they may consider offloading him. They said he's quick. He's actually quick. He's tenacious. He's good in the eye. He's good at driving forward. He's tenacious, competitive. He's fast with the ball. He's good at holding onto the ball. So he could look a very, very good left back as well. So that's one interest. There's also been mentions of Ryan Sessegnon and Danny Rose. They're the two that we could get. But with the Danny Rose situations, it did confirm the other week that Manchester United had actually, for Danny Rose, that Manchester United actually were willing to go on in January and try and get the player. They were willing to put £50 million in for Danny Rose. Danny Rose did explain he would rather join Man United, and he was actually willing to turn Chelsea down, was Danny Rose. Danny Rose, who has been at Tottenham now for a decade. He's been at Tottenham now for a decade, but we know he's been on loan at quite a few teams. We know he's just regained full fitness from long-term injury, as well as Danny Rose. He has got a deal with Tottenham until 2021 as well. But he started his professional career with Leeds, as we all know. He's become more of a regular for Tottenham in the 2012-2013 season. Danny Rose at the left back position, but he's began his professional career with Leeds. He went to the likes of Bristol City on loan, Sunderland, Watford, Peterborough on loan as well, did Danny Rose. But as I said, he criticised Tottenham basically back in the August window due to a lack of investment in the window from Tottenham. Due to that, he felt as though he wasn't getting paid enough wages, was Danny Rose. Also has won the PFA as well. And I think he's made about 135 appearances in the Premier League, Danny Rose, and he has scored 9 goals in the process. So Danny Rose could come in January. He did say he would turn down Chelsea to make a move to Manchester United, but it's if we can get any business done with Danny Lever and Tottenham especially. But yeah, Danny Rose is strong, he's quick, his defensive distribution is very, very good, his attacking instincts is very, very good, as well as Danny Rose. So you know what I mean? So could he be potentially Manchester United's next left back? Because we've got Luke Shaw there. He received criticism off Mourinho last season. He's got under 2 years left remaining on his deal in January. So if a left back were to come in, that could see Luke Shaw leave Manchester United as well. And Jose Mourinho during the August window as well had expressed an interest in the young Ryan Sessegnon from Fulham, as I updated you back in August. Now, I updated you quite a while ago. I haven't really mentioned Ryan Sessegnon in quite a while. Ryan Sessegnon, as I did say, for Fulham, very, very good youngster. Did fantastic on his debut season, fantastically well. He did fantastic on his debut season last season for Fulham, did Ryan Sessegnon. It did confirm in the August window, Man United had an interest in him. Tottenham had also been interested as well. I think Tottenham had a 25 million bid turned down for the player. It did actually report, I think it 4 week ago, that Fulham could demand £50 million for the player, and that is a lot for a Championship player. But look how he's progressed through the ranks. Ryan Sessegnon, he's been at Fulham now nearly a decade. He has been there 9 years. He first joined Fulham. He basically first joined Fulham in 2008. Did Ryan Sessegnon. He was playing for the under-9 team, and he's just risen up the ranks fantastically well. His defence distribution is very, very good. His attacking instinct is very, very good as well as Ryan Sessegnon's. But I said, joined Fulham 2008, played for the under-9 team, made his first senior debut in the FL Cup against Leyton Orient. I think it was, yeah, he was against Leyton Orient in the FL Cup. He made his first senior debut. His first league debut he made Fulham was against Leeds, and he's scored his first goal against Cardiff, the youngest player to score in a championship match as well. But I think back in June, Ryan Sessegnon had signed a 3-year professional deal with Fulham Football Club. I think last season he made 20-odd appearances, and I think he scored 5 goals in the championship as well, did Ryan Sessegnon, but was fantastic in his debut season last season for the Fulham as well. The way he darts forward, his defending's good, his passing ability is very, very good. I'd like him as a left back at Manchester United. Fulham may want to at least, give him this season. They may offload him next summer. If a team were to come in for £50 million, for a player that has risen up the ranks, he is still young and he's at championship. He is in the championship, and this is only second season, so that would be a lot of money if any team were willing to pay maybe £50 million to go on and get Ryan Sessegnon. But we know Tottenham have expressed a strong interest in Ryan Sessegnon as well. So who do you think potentially Manchester United's left back could be? Man United have also Mourinho's had an interest in Jordi Alba left back as well. Very, very good. His stamina's fantastic. His Jordi Alba's very, very good player. So Mourinho has showed an interest in him as well. So who do you think could be Manchester United's left back? Because I still think we need a left back, as I said. I still think we need a creative winger. That could be Bale. Don't know. It could be Bale, because I said Real Madrid are, willing to offload Gareth Bale. I've already explained the situation to you, but still maybe looking into a midfielder, Jose Mourinho, because obviously Carrick, we know Michael Carrick's out as well, as I forgot to mention in my Huddersfield preview, or did I mention it? Yes, Carrick's out. Obviously, he's looking for a long-term replacement for Carrick, because he looks like, Carrick could retire at the end of the season, so he's still looking for another midfielder as well as Jose Mourinho. But who do you think our next left back could be? It could be Danny Rose in January, could be possibly Jordi Alba, Aaron Martin that we've been scouting, Ryan Sessegnon. Who do you think Manchester United's next left back could be? But I think we've got a very, very good defence. We've got, obviously Bailey's injured, but he's been playing well this season. Jones is playing very, very well. Smalling's playing very, very well. We've got a pretty good, strong defence, but left back does concern me a bit. I think that needs to be addressed as well. And I think without a doubt, when Ashley Young's been playing on that left, since he came back, he's been our best player at that left back position, because we needed that to happen, because obviously we had a lot of injury problems in that position last season. We still got Rojo out there. Luke Shaw, had been injured. He's still undergoing rehabilitation though. We had Ashley Young injured there till he came back, so we had a lot of problems with the left back last season. Especially, and we're getting quite a few injuries this season as well. We are getting quite a few injuries this season as well, so that is very, very disappointing to see. I think Fellaini could be out for a couple of weeks. Pogba's been out, I think, over a month now with a hamstring injury. That's bad to see. That's, very, very, our most central midfielder. I think Jones is, I think good news is Jones. He suffered a knee issues during international break, but I think he's going to be fully fit for the Huddersfield games. He's full Huddersfield game. He's full Jones. Rashford suffered a slight knee injury. In the what game was it? In the Benfica game yesterday. Don't think that's all too serious. Well, I hope not, because he's been fantastic on that left-hand side for us this season. But yeah, I said it was a very, very good result yesterday in Benfica game. I already did a review on it. It wasn't the most convincing performance, but we did manage to get the win in the end. And what a goalkeeper now from their goalkeeper. The youngest player to play in the Champions League. And he's 18 years old, 52 days. And he only made his debut for Benfica at the weekend, did that goalkeeper. So that's what I've said in the current process, guys, as well. But as I did update you earlier on, I said with Chelsea, Chelsea are now struggling a bit. They were consistent early on in the season. They had the likes of defeat to Burnley. And they went on a winning streak. Then they did very, very well. Slipped up against Arsenal at home. And, Chelsea were fantastic under Mourinho. Stamford Bridge were like a fortress. But Chelsea, last 3 games, they've gone without a win of Chelsea. Lost to City at home, drew 3-3 yesterday, and lost to Crystal Palace last week. So Chelsea, have lost 2 and drawn 1. So they are winless in 3 games, our Chelsea Football Club. And you can tell Conte, Conte wasn't satisfied with Chelsea's window at all. He wasn't satisfied with Chelsea's window. He still wants some attack up front. He wants someone to partner with Alvaro Morata. We know Chelsea they still got Alvaro Morata out. And as I said, when Alvaro Morata's not on their team, they're definitely lacking that urgency up front at Chelsea Football Club. But obviously Conte missed out on a few of his targets. Chelsea did spend quite a bit of money in the window, but Conte did miss out on a few of his targets in the August window. Conte missed out. They were heavily linked to Alexis Sanchez, who's a very, very good left back. I do like him as a left back. He's very, very good. Did well with Porto. Did well with Los Santos. I think this is his 3rd season process for Juventus, but he's very, very good on the left-hand flank. He's strong, he's quick, he's good at beating oppositions one-on-one, is Alexis Sanchez. Chelsea had 2 bids in the process rejected for him back in August. Chelsea may go for him back in January. That was one of the main priority targets. And, Chelsea, we know, but what's really concerning Conte is up front. They want someone to partner up with Morata up front. They've looked at quite a few strikers. They're willing to offload this player. They were willing to offload him in August, but obviously they didn't find a replacement, so they couldn't offload him. But Chelsea, we know Chelsea were heavily linked with Jamie Vardy during the August window. It also reported that Everton were actually interested in Jamie Vardy. Everton, I think, had approached representatives. Chelsea also nearly got a deal over the line for Barkley, but it didn't happen as Conte, I don't think, reacted to what had been given out. But Jamie Vardy, as I said, he scores goals. As I said, he's broken records. He's risen up the ranks from the non-league fantastically well. As I said, he risen up the ranks well. He was at Stockbridge. He was in the first team there in Stockbridge He was in the first team in 2007 with Stockbridge. He was there for 3 years. Went to the likes of Halifax, scored 25 goals on his first season with Halifax Town, won Players Player of the Year award. With Fleetwood Town, scored 31 goals in his first season there with Fleetwood as well, won Player of the Year award there. Where's my bloody e-cig gone? Won Player of the Year award there, did Jamie Vardy. And then after that, basically, but we know he's scored goals, he's broken records. And Leicester had purchased him for £1 million. I think he's now been at Leicester. I think this is fifth or sixth season in the process now for Jamie Vardy. For Leicester City in the Premier League, he's made 113 appearances. That's over a century. He's scored 47 goals in the Premier League. But he's a good penalty taker. He's strong, he's quick, he's good in the air. Fantastic leaving lines, good at shooting from long range. His volleying's very, very good. His dribbling's good. And very, very good for England as well. But Chelsea may go for him in January. We know Jamie Vardy's won the league with Leicester. He's won the Championship with Leicester. He's won PFA. He's won Premier League Player of the Season, as I said, PFA as well as Jamie Vardy. But very, very good player. As I said, so Chelsea, that would be the perfect outfit for Chelsea. Jamie Vardy would elevate to that higher level. He'd be playing amongst better players if he did go like the likes of Chelsea or a bigger club. But with Leicester, he's doing well. He has done well with Leicester, that's fair, but he's not going to be gaining silverware with Leicester, even though Leicester have won the Premier League. But Leicester are struggling this season. I think they're sitting 18th at the table. They've just had Shakespeare sacked as well of Leicester City. So that's what you've got to take into considerations, guys. But that is one of Chelsea's targets, as well as I updated you early on in the situation. What else did I update you on? But I have updated you already, guys, haven't I, on the situation with the Harry Kane, the Rashford, and, the Christian Eriksen. It did say, apparently, Real Madrid are now apparently using Rashford as a plan B. So what they're saying is Kane's a target for them. If they were to go for him, it would cost them amounts of money if Tottenham were willing to do any business. We know Real Madrid have done business with Tottenham before. They got Bale and Modric, as I've explained before in the situation. But as I've explained in the situation before, they've done business with them before. Real Madrid. But as it did say, you know, Ronaldo would like to see Rashford come in. Ronaldo does not want to apparently see Harry Kane come in. Tottenham, Real Madrid still aware that they need another striker. They still need to offload at least one player. Obviously, Bale's the favourite to be sacrificed. Ronaldo wasn't satisfied with Real Madrid's transfer window. But as we were saying, yeah, about the Rashford situation, I can't see Man United willing to offload Marcus Rashford. You know, he's made 50 odd appearances now for a score of 13 goals. You know, he scored in his Premier League debut twice against Arsenal, you know, Europa League debut, Champions League debut, League Cup debut, and he scored on his international debut for England in 2016 as well. So what a fantastic record that is, and very, very generous down the left. You know, he's still only been playing football since he was 7, and can't see Man United willing to do any business with that. To be quite fair, I can't see that happening. But what a fantastic player Rashford is. But what else would I say now? I can't see Man United willing to offload Rashford. But apparently, Dan Ball, Spanish publication, actually reported that Harry Kane is actually a target for Real Madrid. Kane, I just don't see him leaving Tottenham just as yet. But obviously, if they went, you know, a few more years without getting any silverware or you know, not challenging, then I think he may consider it. Because if Kane went to Madrid, he'd obviously be a much bigger club. He'd play amongst better players. You know, Real Madrid have got a fantastic history. Tottenham haven't got a great, fantastic history. Real Madrid are a much bigger club, but I think he's happy at Spurs. Like I said with Harry Kane, I just thought he's no intention of leaving. You know, Spurs have been very, very consistent last couple of years. You know, last 3 years, I think Tottenham have been absolutely fantastic. You know, they're scoring goals, playing good football. Pochettino is a very, very good manager for Tottenham Hotspur. They're doing very, very well away from home this season, our Tottenham Hotspur guys, if I'm going to be quite honest with you. They're doing fantastic away from home. But Kane, you know, has won the Golden Boot last couple of years. You know, he's hit over 100 goals now in all competitions. Nearly hit a century of goals now in the Premier League as Harry Kane. Just an absolutely fantastic player is Harry Kane. Best for me in the Premier League. I think he's on the same level now with Messi and Ronaldo. And as I said, he's been on loan at quite a few places, but for 3 years he's been fantastic for Tottenham Hotspurs, Harry Kane. I think he scored 14 goals this season as well. He's won the Premier League Player of the Month as well. PFA, Harry Kane. And I'd love to see him at Manchester United. I think him and Lukaku, you know, would complement each other fantastically well. It will not happen though. But it did. There were talks over there that Man United were willing to put £170 million in for Harry Kane. But as I said, Kane has, well, from the player's perspective, he has not ruled an exit how his current self as well. So he has not ruled a Spurs exit out Harry Kane just as yet in the process. But yeah, so it did say Barcelona as well. We're watching Harry Kane and Christian Eriksen. Barcelona obviously still have leads with Coutinho, as he did say. But if they do fail to get the suit with Coutinho in January, they may turn their chances to Christian Eriksen. As I said, with Christian Eriksen, very, very good midfielder. He's been at Tottenham now. I think this is his 5th season in the process. Tottenham have just paid over £11 million for him. They bought him from Ajax back in, I think it was 2013. They bought him from Ajax. Christian Eriksen, you know, he's won the likes of Tottenham Player of the Year award. He's won Danish Football of the Year as well as the player. He has made 142 appearances in the league. I think he's scored 34 goals, so he's made over 70 appearances. He is an attacking midfielder. He's Christian Eriksen as well. Won titles with Ajax. He was there quite a few years. And what was I going to say now? He was there quite a few years and also made his international debut in 2010 for Denmark and became the youngest player, you know, to play in 2010 FIFA World Cup in South Africa as well. Christian Eriksen. So apparently Barcelona could make a move for him if they fail the pursuit of Philippe Coutinho as well in the process. But as I said, I think Barcelona are going to go for Philippe Coutinho in the January window. Barcelona may, you know, put out staggering amounts of money. We know Barcelona are a rich club. We know they did get quite a few players in August window. They got Ousmane Dembele in, didn't they? You know, they've got Iniesta there that's just signed a long-term extension as well. You know, they got Nelson Semedo in, Deulofeu in as well. But I think Barcelona will go for Coutinho in January. Coutinho's going to become one of the most agile, you know, creative midfielders as Philippe Coutinho in the process. He's been there now 5 years. Ex-Inter Milan, as I said, ex-Espanyol player as well. He's Philippe Coutinho. He's made over century pages now for Liverpool Football Club. You know, scored quite a lot of goals. He's still got 5 years left on his deal as Philippe Coutinho. But obviously Barcelona couldn't do business with Liverpool because Liverpool were not willing to offload the player. They're not willing to accept any bids. Barcelona had 3 bids turned down. But Coutinho, you know, wants to be in Champions League. He wants to be in the Champions League. He wants to be playing amongst better players. He wants to elevate to that higher level. And he's not going to do this with Liverpool Football Club and under Klopp's Coutinho. So you could understand why I wanted to make the move in the August window, guys, in the process. This is probably why you could understand why Coutinho wanted to leave Liverpool in August. But yeah, we will see what happens with that. But yes, guys, as I said, really, you know, with Chelsea's Alexis Sandro, I think Chelsea still may go for him in January. Because as I said, Chelsea had 2 bids turned down. Apparently, Juventus, I think, are in the process of trying to secure him a new deal. Of securing him a new deal to 2022. I think Juventus are keen on also upping his wages as well. But apparently Chelsea, if he was to come to Chelsea, apparently Chelsea can double Alex Sandro's wages as well. But I said, very, very good left back in the process as well. So anyway, guys, that's basically everything to update you today. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel. If you do consider, subscribe to the channel as always. Drop a like on the video and take it easy, guys. And I'll see you all later on. Bye.